Module 1. Workforce Planning. Workforce planning is a critical component of organizational success, serving as the compass that guides human resource management towards achieving strategic objectives. It involves aligning an organization's human capital with its goals and needs, ensuring that the right people, with the right skills, are in the right positions at the right time. Effective workforce planning begins with a deep understanding of an organization's strategic goals and objectives. By identifying the skills and competencies required to achieve these goals, HR professionals can determine the workforce needs of the organization. This process includes analyzing current workforce demographics, skill gaps, and turnover rates. It also involves forecasting future talent requirements based on factors such as industry trends, technological advancements, and demographic shifts. Workforce planning involves strategically evaluating the company's current lines of business, new businesses it will be getting into, businesses it will be leaving, and the gaps between the current skills in the organization and the skills it will need to execute its business strategy. One of the primary benefits of workforce planning is its ability to enhance organizational agility. By anticipating talent needs and aligning recruitment, training, and development efforts accordingly, businesses can quickly adapt to changing market conditions. This agility allows organizations to seize opportunities and mitigate risks more effectively, giving them a competitive edge. Moreover, workforce planning fosters employee engagement and retention. When employees see that their skills and career paths align with the organization's future needs, they are more likely to stay committed and motivated. It also enables HR to identify potential leaders within the organization, allowing for the development of succession plans that ensure continuity in key roles. A closed shop, an examination of labor union practices. A closed shop is a term that has been an integral part of labor union history and collective bargaining in the United States. This practice refers to a workplace arrangement in which an employer can only hire and retain employees who are members of a specific labor union. In essence, it requires all employees to join the union, or at the very least, pay union dues as a condition of employment. Closed shops employs only union workers. The concept of a closed shop emerged during the early 20th century when labor unions gained momentum in their fight for workers' rights and better working conditions. It was seen as a way to strengthen the bargaining power of unions, ensuring that employers would negotiate with a united and well-funded workforce. Proponents argue that closed shops help safeguard the interests of workers by promoting solidarity among employees and providing financial support for union activities. In a closed shop, unions can negotiate better wages, benefits, and improved working conditions, benefiting all members. Furthermore, this system can prevent free riders, employees who benefit from union-negotiated benefits without paying their fair share. However, closed shops have faced their fair share of criticism. Critics argue that they infringe upon individual freedom and the right to choose whether or not to join a union. This criticism led to significant labor law reforms in the United States, such as the Taft-Hartley Act of 1947, which restricted the use of closed shops. Under this legislation, employers cannot require union membership as a condition of employment but can still establish union security arrangements, such as agency shops or union shops, where employees must either join the union or pay union dues. The significance of hiring ratios in modern recruitment. Organizations are constantly striving to make informed decisions when it comes to hiring new talent. One essential metric that plays a pivotal role in this process is the hiring ratio. The hiring ratio, often expressed as the ratio of job applicants to job offers, provides invaluable insights into an organization's recruitment efficiency, candidate pool quality, and overall hiring strategy. A low hiring ratio, where a large number of applicants result in a few job offers, suggests an inefficient recruitment process. It implies that the organization is spending significant resources on attracting and evaluating candidates without yielding proportionate results. Conversely, a high hiring ratio signifies an efficient process where a smaller pool of applicants leads to successful hires. This efficiency translates into cost savings, as fewer resources are required to find the right candidates. The hiring ratio is not solely about efficiency, it also reflects the quality of talent entering the organization. A high hiring ratio might indicate that the organization is not attracting top-tier candidates, while a low ratio suggests that it is selective in choosing the best fit for the role. Striking a balance is essential, as overly stringent criteria can lead to missing out on potentially valuable hires, while a lax approach may compromise the organization's standards. By analyzing hiring ratios, organizations can fine-tune their recruitment strategies. They can identify bottlenecks in the hiring process, refine job descriptions to attract a more suitable applicant pool, and adjust interview techniques to better assess candidates. These data-driven decisions enable organizations to continuously improve their hiring methods, ultimately leading to better workforce outcomes. For example, if a company employs 2 office assistants for every 9 architects, a staffing ratio of 2 to 9, and it plans to expand and hire 18 new architects, therefore the company will need to hire 4 new office assistants. To determine how many new office assistants the company will need to hire when it hires 18 new architects, you can set up a proportion based on the existing staffing ratio of 2 office assistants to 9 architects. 2 office assistants divided by 9 architects equals X office assistants divided by 18 architects. Now, cross-multiply and solve for X. 2 times 18 is equal to 9 times X. 36 equals 9X. Now, divide both sides by 9 to find X is 4. So, the company will need to hire 4 new office assistants. Trend analysis in workforce planning, navigating the future workforce. Workforce planning has evolved significantly in recent years, driven by rapid technological advancements, demographic shifts, and the changing nature of work. To effectively prepare for the future, organizations increasingly rely on trend analysis as a critical component of their workforce planning strategies. Trend analysis involves looking at past employment patterns and using those patterns to predict a firm's future labor needs. Trend analysis involves the systematic examination of historical data and current developments to identify patterns and forecast future workforce needs. It provides organizations with valuable insights into key workforce metrics, including recruitment, retention, skills development, and succession planning. By understanding the prevailing trends, organizations can make informed decisions to stay competitive in the ever-changing job market. One of the most prominent trends shaping workforce planning is the demographic shift. The aging workforce, combined with the influx of younger generations, has resulted in a diverse workforce with varying skill sets, preferences, and expectations. Trend analysis helps organizations adapt their strategies to attract and retain talent from different age groups while ensuring knowledge transfer between generations. The rapid advancement of technology has revolutionized the way work is conducted. Automation, artificial intelligence, and remote work have become integral to many industries. Trend analysis allows organizations to anticipate the impact of technology on their workforce, identifying the need for upskilling or reskilling employees to remain relevant in a tech-driven world. The COVID-19 pandemic accelerated the adoption of remote work and flexible work arrangements. Trend analysis helps organizations assess the feasibility and effectiveness of remote work for their workforce, leading to more agile workforce planning strategies. Low person group fit in workforce planning, implications and strategies. In the realm of workforce planning, achieving a harmonious balance between individual employees and their respective workgroups is paramount for organizational success. The concept of a person group fit refers to the alignment between an employee's skills, values, and personality traits with the culture, objectives, and dynamics of their workgroup or team. When this alignment is lacking, it results in what is termed as low person group fit, a condition that can have far-reaching implications for an organization. Low person group fit occurs when an individual's goals, values, and work style clashes with the goals, values, and work style of his or her coworkers. Low person group fit can manifest in various ways, each of which has the potential to disrupt workplace harmony and hinder productivity. Firstly, it can lead to decreased job satisfaction and engagement among employees. When individuals feel disconnected from their workgroup or find themselves at odds with the prevailing norms and values, their motivation and commitment wane. Moreover, low person group fit can give rise to interpersonal conflicts within teams, impeding collaboration and innovation. These conflicts can escalate and erode the overall effectiveness of the workforce. Additionally, a mismatch between individual skills and team requirements can lead to decreased performance and missed opportunities, ultimately affecting the organization's bottom line. To address the challenges posed by low person group fit, organizations must adopt proactive strategies. First and foremost, comprehensive assessments of both individual attributes and group dynamics are essential during the hiring process. Tools such as personality assessments and cultural fit interviews can help ensure better alignment. Furthermore, ongoing training and development programs should be designed to enhance not only individual skills but also interpersonal and team-building skills. Encouraging open communication and fostering a culture of inclusivity and mutual respect can go a long way in mitigating conflicts and improving group cohesion. Negative stakeholder reaction in workforce planning. Workforce planning is a critical function in any organization, as it involves the strategic alignment of human resources to meet the company's goals and objectives. However, not all stakeholders react positively to workforce planning initiatives, and negative reactions can have far-reaching consequences. One common cause of negative stakeholder reactions in workforce planning is a lack of transparency and communication. When employees, unions, or external partners feel that they are not adequately informed or involved in the planning process, it can lead to skepticism, mistrust, and resistance. For instance, if employees perceive workforce planning as a secretive process that could lead to job cuts without warning, they are likely to react negatively. Furthermore, negative stakeholder reactions can also stem from concerns about the fairness and equity of workforce planning decisions. If employees believe that certain groups are unfairly favored or disadvantaged in the planning process, it can lead to resentment and pushback. This can be particularly problematic in cases where layoffs or restructuring are involved. Another factor contributing to negative reactions is the failure to consider the human element. Workforce planning often focuses on numbers, skills, and roles, but it should also account for the emotional and psychological impact on employees. Failing to address the concerns and fears of those affected can result in a hostile and uncooperative workforce. The consequences of negative stakeholder reactions in workforce planning can be detrimental. They can lead to decreased morale, increased turnover, reduced productivity, and even legal challenges. To mitigate these risks, organizations should prioritize transparent communication, fairness in decision-making, and empathy towards the workforce. Involving stakeholders in the planning process and addressing their concerns can help create a more positive and cooperative atmosphere, ultimately benefiting both the organization and its employees. For example, an employee quitting because they were passed over for promotion is an example of a negative stakeholder reaction. Orientation as it relates to workforce planning. Workforce planning is a critical component of human resource management, aimed at ensuring that an organization has the right people with the right skills in the right positions at the right time. One often overlooked but essential aspect of workforce planning is orientation. Orientation plays a vital role in aligning new employees with the organization's mission, culture, and strategic goals. Orientation serves as the initial touchpoint between an employee and the organization, setting the tone for their entire tenure. It provides an opportunity to communicate the company's values, expectations, and policies. This is especially crucial in today's diverse workplaces, where employees come from various backgrounds, experiences, and expectations. A well-structured orientation program can bridge these gaps, creating a cohesive and inclusive work environment. Furthermore, orientation is an essential tool for talent retention. When new employees feel welcomed, informed, and engaged from the start, they are more likely to stay with the organization. High turnover rates can be costly and disruptive, so effective orientation can help reduce these expenses by ensuring that new hires have a clear understanding of their role and how they contribute to the organization's success. Processing a new employee's employment-related paperwork, acquiring necessary keys and identification cards, and establishing an email account for them is part of the orientation process. Divestiture socialization in workforce planning. Workforce planning is a critical aspect of organizational management that involves aligning an organization's human resources with its strategic goals. Organizations often find themselves in situations where they need to divest or restructure their operations to remain competitive. When such a situation arises, divestiture socialization becomes a crucial component of effective workforce planning. Divestiture socialization refers to the process of managing employee transitions during divestiture or restructuring activities. It involves preparing employees for change, addressing their concerns, and ensuring a smooth transition for both the departing and remaining workforce. This process is integral to maintaining morale, productivity, and overall organizational stability during turbulent times. One key aspect of divestiture socialization is clear communication. Open and transparent communication channels are essential to inform employees about the reasons behind the divestiture, its implications, and the steps that will be taken to support them throughout the process. Employees need to understand the organization's strategic goals and how the divestiture fits into the broader picture. Workforce planning in the context of divestiture socialization also requires careful consideration of talent retention and redeployment. Organizations should assess which employees are critical to the core business and make efforts to retain them. Additionally, a robust talent redeployment strategy can help place displaced employees in suitable roles within the organization or provide them with training and resources to transition to new opportunities. Furthermore, divestiture socialization should address the emotional and psychological aspects of change. Employees may experience anxiety, uncertainty, and stress during such transitions, and it is the organization's responsibility to provide counseling, support, and resources to help them cope effectively. An example of divestiture socialization includes the Wolverines, a leading university soccer team. All new recruits to the team must go through certain rites of passage, which include shaving their heads, swimming in cold water, getting a tattoo of the team's emblem, and other tests of servitude and obedience. Work flexibility. Work flexibility has become a critical component of workforce planning in the modern world. As organizations evolve and adapt to changing market dynamics and employee expectations, the traditional 9-to-5 in-office work model is giving way to a more flexible approach. This shift is driven by several factors, including advances in technology, changing demographics, and the recognition that a one-size-fits-all approach to work may no longer be effective. Technology plays a pivotal role in enabling work flexibility. With the advent of high-speed internet, cloud computing, and collaboration tools, employees can perform their tasks from virtually anywhere. This has allowed organizations to tap into a global talent pool, breaking down geographical barriers and diversifying their workforce. Moreover, automation and artificial intelligence are reducing the need for on-site presence in certain roles, further promoting flexibility. Changing demographics also contribute to the rise of work flexibility. Millennials and Generation Z, who now make up a significant portion of the workforce, prioritize work-life balance and value flexibility in their careers. To attract and retain top talent, companies must adapt their workforce planning strategies accordingly. Work flexibility benefits both employers and employees. Employers can reduce overhead costs associated with maintaining large office spaces, while employees can enjoy greater autonomy and work-life integration. Flexible arrangements, such as remote work, compressed workweeks, or flexible hours, allow individuals to tailor their work schedules to fit their personal needs and preferences. However, successful workforce planning in a flexible environment requires careful consideration. Employers must establish clear communication channels, performance metrics, and policies to ensure that remote or flexible workers remain productive and engaged. Additionally, organizations must address issues related to cybersecurity, data privacy, and compliance with labor laws in different regions. For example, an employee might create work flexibility for an invaluable employee to the company, such as Emma, who has been given the freedom to choose her work hours. She can also opt to work from home for a maximum of 7 days in a month. Workforce redeployment, an integral component of workforce planning. Workforce redeployment has emerged as a critical aspect of effective workforce planning. It involves the reallocation of employees to different roles, teams, or departments to adapt to changing business needs, technological advancements, or economic shifts. Workforce redeployment applies the supply chain principles used to optimize inventory management, planning, and production to optimize the utilization of a firm's employees. Workforce redeployment allows organizations to quickly respond to changing market conditions. For instance, during a downturn, rather than laying off skilled employees, companies can redeploy them to areas with higher demand, such as customer support or sales, ensuring retention of valuable talent. Redeploying existing employees can be more cost-effective than hiring and training new staff. This process optimizes the use of existing skills and knowledge within the organization. In today's business environment, some skills become obsolete while others gain importance. Workforce redeployment ensures that employees' skills are aligned with the organization's evolving needs, promoting workforce agility. When employees are given opportunities for redeployment, they feel valued and more engaged. This can lead to increased job satisfaction and reduced turnover rates. However, successful workforce redeployment requires careful planning, communication, and flexibility. Organizations need to assess employee skills, interests, and aspirations to match them with suitable roles. Effective communication is crucial to ensure that employees understand the reasons for redeployment and the benefits it offers. Additionally, organizations must provide necessary training and support to help employees transition to their new roles seamlessly. Workforce planning for managing increased production. Companies often find themselves confronted with the challenge of increased production demands. Whether driven by seasonal fluctuations, market growth, or unforeseen circumstances, this surge in production requires careful and strategic workforce planning. Effective workforce planning plays a pivotal role in managing increased production efficiently and ensuring sustainable growth. First and foremost, businesses must assess their current workforce capabilities and identify gaps in skills and manpower. This involves analyzing the existing workforce's skill set, productivity, and capacity to determine if they can handle the increased workload. If not, it may be necessary to recruit new talent or upskill existing employees through training and development programs. Furthermore, workforce planning should encompass both short-term and long-term goals. Short-term solutions may involve temporary hires, overtime, or shift adjustments to meet immediate production needs. Long-term planning, on the other hand, should focus on creating a flexible and adaptable workforce structure that can accommodate fluctuations in production without sacrificing quality or employee well-being. Communication is another critical aspect of workforce planning during increased production. Employers must maintain transparent and open lines of communication with their workforce, informing them of changes in workload, expectations, and any additional support available. Engaging employees in the decision-making process can boost morale and productivity. Additionally, automation and technology can be valuable allies in managing increased production. Employing innovative tools and software can streamline processes, reduce the burden on employees, and enhance overall efficiency. For example, All-Star has a product line that has greater sales, demanding increased production during the winter with a 30% reduction in sales and production requirement over the summer. To help All-Star manage a flexible workforce efficiently in response to the seasonal fluctuations in sales and production, the company should consider implementing a strategy that combines workforce flexibility with smart planning. All-Star should invest in cross-training its employees to perform multiple roles within the production process. By diversifying the skills of its workforce, the company can easily shift employees to areas with increased demand during the winter months and reduce staffing levels during the summer. This approach minimizes the need for hiring and firing, ensuring a more stable and adaptable workforce. Implementing flexible work arrangements, such as part-time, seasonal, or temporary employment contracts, can be beneficial during the peak winter season. Allowing employees to work on a seasonal basis enables the company to ramp up production quickly without committing to long-term employment contracts. It also offers employees the opportunity to work when they are most needed, which can be appealing to those seeking short-term income. All-Star should invest in workforce analytics tools to monitor sales trends and production requirements more accurately. By analyzing historical data and market insights, the company can predict when to scale up or down its workforce. This proactive approach ensures that labor resources are aligned with demand, reducing inefficiencies and labor costs. Implementing incentive programs that reward employees for their flexibility and willingness to adapt to seasonal fluctuations can motivate the workforce. Bonuses, performance-based pay, or other incentives can encourage employees to stay on during peak seasons and return year after year. Maintain a pool of contingent workers who can be called in on short notice during peak seasons. This approach provides flexibility without the need for long-term employment commitments. These workers can be skilled in specific areas to fill gaps as needed. Establish clear and open lines of communication with employees. Regularly update them on the company's production forecasts and staffing needs. Encourage feedback and suggestions from employees to improve the workforce flexibility strategy continually.